showing you what the fund balance is. And I know if y'all remember back when we had the audit report presented, on page 9 of the audit report, it breaks the fund balance down, and what we call the unassigned fund balance is 963,273, and you can see where I have that under fiscal year 12. That's what they presented at the board meeting when the auditors came in and presented the audit. And that's not the fee income, but what we call the unassigned fund balance. And you can see that's decreasing only by the amounts that we talked about, in fiscal year 13, column 14, which is very little. What I wanted to point out on this, when you do get the audit report, the way they have to present it, they have to present a balance sheet with the basic numbers, and they have to go in and present another sheet that shows what it would look like if you took out the compensated leave balances. And those are, and under Lowndes County, because they're the lead county, the reason this number is so high, that's the compensated absences for all the programs that fall in the lead county. Because that's where we have a problem at. Those programs can't have the fund balance. And if something happened and one of those programs got eliminated at June 30th and we had no advance notice of it, somebody's got to pay that leave out, which is a sort of, I don't think it's ever happened where we couldn't pay it out the program, but that is a possibility that could happen.
For example,
yeah. Smaller county, which is really, worse than this happened in Lowndes, but it was a lead nurse that had been there probably 30 years, and she left and retired this year, and her leave payout was $9,000. But when you're in that retirement plan that she's in, we also have to pay in money to the retirement system, and there's a formula we use. It was $17,000, so that was a big hit to that small county fund balance. And I actually called one of our auditors that compares the audit, because I was sitting here looking when that hit. I was looking at his liability sets up on the balance sheet, and I said, are you including that retirement, or are you just including the compensated absences? And he said, Sherry, I don't have any way to calculate this retirement. It would be a nightmare, and nobody calculates that. So that's really a liability that's not even on here, that we've got to keep in mind. And so I had the personnel director run me a report to let me see, people that have had lots of years in, and it's according to what we pay in the retirement is based on their unused leave. It's really a calculation of the number of hours or days of leave they have. They may have actually worked 28 years and they've got time that says they're 30. But we have to pay in those other 2 years based on the formula. And with her, it's $17,000. And so I was real on the road, and I sat down and we thought, what can we do about this? There's not a lot you can do about it unless you force them to take their leave. Encourage it. I know some places do require you take 2 weeks vacation a year, but we started looking at that, and it wasn't as many people as I thought. It scared me a little bit, because I thought, there are a lot more like that, especially in small counties. But most people, I think, probably do take their leave. But you do have people that have been here 30 years that have large balances.
But that is something we can look at.
Yeah, we're going to look at it
this year for an employee for your retirement.
Especially on these counties that have very small fund balances, we've got to make some adjustments. Either when they leave that position vacant for a couple of months to try to make up the difference in what we have to pay out, if it can be one that can be vacant.
Some programs had, not that health department, where you had, you could only accumulate so many leave days. You forfeited.
Yeah, but when they forfeit those, you can still use those forfeited days toward the retirement. And then that's what we're having to pay on. We pay on that total forfeited and current. On sick leave, you use current sick leave and forfeited sick leave and forfeited annual leave. And it comes out to sometimes a year or 2 years worth of time.
Well, that's the sort of thing that sinks a private company.
Yeah.
But, I think that probably needs to be addressed. You can only roll a certain number of days over per year, and that way you always sort of keep a small balance.
And that's something we probably ask the state, because I'm not even sure if that's legal with us, but on the road.
We'll be looking.
Yeah. You don't have any questions on that? I think it's in
The
good
state,
shape.
the state basically determines how we can get that, so it's not up to us to say.
I don't think so, but
They are all wise.
Yes, sir. The only comment I have is whenever on page 11 here, like the state budget here,
give us those allotment sheets, actually Friday, I called my state liaison person at the state, because there's so many new people that are in my position in other health districts, and the way they roll that money back into the base, I told her, I said, I don't know how with these new people, if they don't have a history, because I have a spreadsheet where I'm tracking it, and I don't know how they keep up with it, or if they're even giving the money to the other programs that it's really intended for, and she said that she wasn't really sure, and we've got a group from Albany coming to our district office, they've got a new administrator, they're coming today, so they've been talking to me about it, and I was sending the spreadsheets, and they didn't, I guess if you didn't know, you could just say, oh, call them to Lee County, but that's not what the purpose of it was for, was to give all these other programs that are struggling too, because lots of programs, their eggs can't wait, children's medical services, all those have salaries that this money's intended to help those programs.
Very high turnover rate.
Yeah.